Hello, Penguin 4. I'm so sorry that there's something wrong with Elton's internet web service at home, and, and that's why I just try to help you review pretty late. But if you may, let's try to use our Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, use the time well and catch some time to review. Okay, okay. I so page 65, right? So, in this chapter we talk about passive, right? Passive. So, um, I don't think they will show up in your sentence structure part, but you need it for your grammar part. So, what is the bag used for? Well, first of all, what is the bag made of? The bag is made of cotton, right? What is it used for? It is used for food or clothes, right? How about the toy? The toy train the toy train is made of wood, right? And it's made of wood and plastic. How about the silver jewelry box? The jewelry box is made of wood. The box is decorated with a small pieces of silver, right? What is it used for? It is used for jewelry. How about the slippers, the Moroccan slippers? The slippers are made of soft leather and they're decorated with glass beads, right? Right on the slippers. And how about this orange and white handbag? This handbag is made of recycled plastic, right? Recycled plastic bags. Um, the handbag is used for money or pencils, right? So this is um, what we learn on this page. So object means the thing, okay, and material means the ingredients. So which means the bag is made of cotton. And how about the toy train? The toy here, the toy is made of what? The material will be wood and plastic, right? Plastic. And how about the jewelry box? The box is made of wood and it is decorated with silver pieces, all right? And how about the Moroccan slippers? The slippers are made of the 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 object will be slippers and the material will be leather and glass beads, right? And how about a handbag? How about a handbag? Handbag. The material will be recycled plastic. Recycled plastic. Not just a normal kind of a plastic. Recycled plastic bags, right? Recycled plastic. Right. So object, material, object. Okay. We use the thing to make the thing. The thing is made of the materials. So uh the strange land, right? So the strange land we talk about we reviewed the story in the class that day already, right? How about let's check out the strange land? That sounds so a bit scary, right? But imagine true or false. Where is chocolate grown. Chocolate is made from cocoa, right? Cocoa trees grow. Um, so cocoa is grown on trees. So choc so which means that chocolate. Can we say chocolate is grown on trees? Chocolate is grown on street trees. Um, and where are cocoa trees grown? Cocoa trees are grown in South America and in Africa, right? In a tropical zone. I what kind of language is spoken in Brazil? Which language is spoken in Brazil? Grown, right? Portuguese is spoken in Brazil, right? Where are kangaroos eaten? Kangaroo meat is eaten in Australia, right? And are penguins found in Africa? Yes, penguins are found in South Africa. Okay, so is the moon made of cheese? No, the moon isn't really made of cheese, all right? And by whom are the sandwiches eaten? Who are the sandwiches eaten by? The sandwiches are eaten by Hamish, right? Good. So, eh, cocoa, right? Cocoa. First of all, mm, cocoa beans are collected and dried. The beans are collected from the pods. They open the pods, so the pods are opened and the beans are collected and the beans are dried in the sun, right? And then the beans are roasted and grind, change it to ground, right? Ground. The beans are roasted and ground. Sorry, ground. Okay, ground, right? And then the beans are delivered to the factory. But of course, in the beginning, the beans are the pods are opened and uh, the beans are removed from the pods first, right? And then they're collected and they're dried, they're roasted. Sorry, they're ground, and then they're delivered to the factories, and the beans are mixed with sugar and milk to make a paste to make chocolate, right? So removed, picked, dried, and ground, right? So for past tense verbs. About pigment. Let's review about pigment. So nowadays we just buy pens from stores, right? But some artists still like to make pens in this way to make the pens with eggs to draw with tempera. Tempera. Tempera is this kind of picture in Chinese. We say 蛋彩画, right? So how do you make a tempera? How do you make the tempera? So first of all, an egg is broken and the egg is removed from the shell. Only the egg yolk is used to make the paint. So the egg white is removed. And then the egg yolk is cleaned carefully to be reserved. And next, a pigment is added. Pigment means the coloring, right? Pigments, what do pigments do? Pigments actually give paint the colors. Pigments of different colors are made from plants, precious stones, metals, and even insects. Even the books are collected, dried, and ground to make colorful powders, right? And then um, the pigment is mixed with the egg yolk to make a paste. Paste. Uh, the paste is ground until it's very smooth, like to make very smooth kind of powder, and then some water is added to make the pan easier to use, and so the tempera pan has to be used very quickly because it's made from egg yolk, right? Egg yolk. This is why you need to use it very quickly before it got rotten, right? Okay, so let me just make sentences right here. Okay, the carpets are made of wool. The carpets are made in the village, and leather is used for shoes. Olives are grown in the mountains, and olives are delivered to the towns. And you don't need to worry about the language because English is spoken in the market, right? So, what is the shirt made of? Uh, what are the bags made of? For purpose, useful. The jars are made of glass. The chair is made of wood, and the box is used for pencils and pens, and the pans are used for cooking. Right. So, what kind of thing is made of cotton? The bag is made of cotton. Is used for carrying food. Right. And uh, how about the box? The box is made of wood and silver. It is used for jewelry, right? How about which one is made of leather? The boots are made of leather. The boots are used for walking or hiking, right? And how about uh, which one is made of plastic? The bin is made of plastic, is used for recycling bottles, right? And farmers grow cotton in warm climates, so cotton is grown in warm climates. People speak English and French in Canada, so English and French are spoken in Canada, and they serve lunch in school, and lunch is served, right? So. Uh, English is spoken in many different countries. Basketball, tennis are both played in the court on courts, right? And the internet is used in the classroom nowadays. Hebrew, Arabic are both written from right to left, right side to left side, right? Tea is made from leaves. Cake is eaten on birthdays at birthday parties, and gifts are given on holidays. Right. Uh, if you need, you may take a break, but let's move on to chapter 6. Okay. Um, ever since we don't have too much time. So, rescue means to save lives, right? Sinking, you like to drown, right? Sinking means to get into the water, but drown means that you're already under the water. Okay. So, life jacket, we know life jacket. Survivor, those people who didn't die. And crew are the people who work together, right? So, in chapter 6, we talk about the Concordia cruise ship. What happened to Concordia cruise ship? The Concordia cruise ship hit a rock at 9:45 p.m. yesterday evening. Where was it sailing? The Concordia cruise ship was sailing in the Mediterranean Sea along the coast of Italy when it hit a rock. Why do we say along the coast of Italy? Mediterranean Sea, Mediterranean Sea. Okay, Mediterranean Sea. Let's see. Okay, this is Mediterranean Sea. Okay, this is Europe. This is Africa. This is is Israel, Turkey, Middle East. Right. So you can see Turkey right here. This is Greece. Why do we say along the very interesting sea. The whole sea is called the Mediterranean Sea, and the ship actually, I think, I'll show you Concordia cruise ship. Concordia cruise ship wreck. Concordia cruise ship. Okay, it doesn't show. It's okay. So I I think the Concordia cruise ship just Giglio. Yes. Uh it's around this corner. Uh it's around this corner. So this is why we say the ship was actually sailing along the coast of Italy in the Mediterranean Sea along the coast of Italy when it hit the rock. Because the ship actually planned to go from here to here to here to here around the Mediterranean Sea, but the ship just wrecked around here. Okay, and this is why the Mediterranean Sea is quite big, but the ship was sailing along the coast of Italy when it hit a rock. So, how many people were on board? There were more than 4,000 passengers and crew on board. What were the passengers and crew doing when they heard the loud noise? They were eating their dinner when they heard the loud noise, all right? And then some passengers got into the lifeboat, some had life jackets, some swam to an island, some drowned, some people died. It's a sad story. And the divers were still looking for survivors even the day after it erect, right? So, um, when for when sentence after when we use verb ed verb past. So after while we use was verb ing. So which means they were getting into bed when lights went off, right? Okay, later I'm going to use blue words. Uh, the crew was serving drinks when the ship hit a rock, right? And the passengers were eating dinner when they heard a loud noise. Mhm. And uh, divers were looking for survivors when they heard somebody shout. People shout, right? Somebody shout. Help, help, help. Can we change them to while sentence? A while sentence. How do you change them to while sentence? Let's see. While the crew was The how about the first one? Uh, went off. The lights went off while they were getting into bed. Right, into bed. The crew was serving drinks. While the crew was serving drinks, the ship hit a rock, or the ship hit a rock while the crew was serving food or whatever. Okay, so they heard a loud noise. They heard a loud noise while they were eating their dinner, right? And they're eating the lunch. And you can say, while divers were looking for survivors, they heard the loud noise. They heard a loud noise, or they heard a loud noise while the divers heard a loud noise while they were looking for survivors, right? Okay, so you can change the sentences from when to while. Right, excellent. So, how about let's check out for while. Okay, okay, insert here. Who's inserting here? Okay, right. Okay, so were you? What was Rufus doing while he was listening to the story? Rufus, what was Rufus doing? So Rufus was looking up the Titanic on the internet while he was listening to the story, right? So, mm, uh, where were the passengers selling? The passengers were leaving England. They were heading to America. They were going to America, right? So, and the ship just sank. And the passengers were sailing close to Newfoundland when they saw the iceberg. And the band was actually still playing music while the ship was sinking. Uh, and Angelo fell asleep while he was listening to the story, while Yasmin was reading that story, and uh, Hamish was eating the children's homework while the children were reading the story together, right? Okay, good. So, I I guess, only guess, okay? I think the reading could be this part, right? I don't quite, I'm not quite sure, but either pigment or this one, I don't really know, but just let's read it, okay? Icebergs, what are icebergs? Icebergs are floating islands of ice, right? And where are icebergs found? Icebergs are found in North Atlantic Ocean and Antarctica, right? Why are they dangerous to ships? Because what percentage of an iceberg can be seen um, under the water? First of all, how about their size? They can be as small as a car, or as big as the country of Jamaica. And talk about Jamaica. When we talk about Jamaica, let's check out Jamaica. Okay, this is Europe, and this is Cuba, Bahama. Where's Jamaica? Jamaica is around Cuba, Jamaica, Bahamas. Oh, here. Jamaica. Jamaica, this is the size of Jamaica. Jamaica and Taiwan, which one is bigger? Of course, Taiwan is much bigger than Jamaica. Okay, Jamaica is right here. Okay. If you compare, I think, of course, Taiwan is bigger than Jamaica. Okay, yes. This is and if you check carefully, uh, Bahamas and also uh, I think here is a very famous the Bermuda Triangle. It's around here. Okay, this corner, right? So, um, what percentage of an iceberg is above water? Only 15% of an iceberg can be seen above the water. So, which means that most of the iceberg is under the under the ocean, right? So you can see if this is the size of an iceberg, and under the water it'll be like this. Okay, super big part under the water. This is why the Titanic just when it hit the rock, the bottom part of the ship was damaged by uh, the the iceberg. Why um, is the North Atlantic Ocean now safer for ships? Because after the Titanic sank, the position of iceberg is now shown on maps, right? And can animals live on or around iceberg? Yes, because why? What is the iceberg made of? It's made of snow. This is why it is fresh water, not salt water in the ocean. And as the ice melts right on the iceberg, it makes some pool of fresh water. That's why some birds and other creatures can drink the water in the iceberg, right? Some animals and some birds, like polar bears, penguins, seals, make their homes on the iceberg or around the iceberg. Um, and do icebergs melt? When they float to warmer water, they start to melt, right? And nowadays, as our planet is getting warmer, as the global warming is getting more and more serious, more and more icebergs are melting. This is a sad story. This is why we need to be friendly to our environment. Okay, don't try to waste energy. Don't try to kill the polar bears, right? And this is what we learn from Titanic disaster. um, this is about icebergs. Okay, so when and while, please make sure you read about it, read this part, and read the grammar booster. And I know you must be tired, but spend some time on the book, review carefully, and I'll be seeing you tomorrow at camp school. Thank you. Bye bye.